Hey guys, welcome back to this video. This video is for the entire day for the United States. For the entire day. This video will be a long one, and I think of doing this almost every single day. Unless if something major happens, then I'll do like another video for the major occurrence. So let's stop it right here. So as we see, we have this cold front moving down in and having some gusty winds and then moving on up into the jet stream. So more like this. Woof. And it's supposed to go all the way down to here. Let me do that in a different color. So this jet stream is producing some very severe winds and rain or thunderstorms for the general region of the Midwest, the Ozarks, and all this. So that general clump is mostly rain. And then we have snow in a different color, please. We have snow around in this general area. And then very gusty winds in this area, which are going to fuel loads and loads of fires. And then in the south to southeast, we really don't have any storms at all. Maybe some coastal storms from in that general area from around the Space Coast up to Virginia Beach. And yeah, so our first topic is the fire weather outlook for September 8th. Yes, we are on September 8th already. So we have an elevated risk. An elevated risk for the severe portion is, you could say, kind of like a enhanced risk. The ISO dry T. Well, so the ISO dry T and the scattered dry T are severe, yes. But those are kind of like the marginal to slight, enhance, moderate, and high for extreme. So we have two extreme risks, and then covering that is a critical, then a elevated risk around that, and then some more critical risks. So we have, for the extreme risk, 3,032,325 million people for Portland, Vancouver, Salem, Gresham, and Beaverton, Oregon, and a critical risk for 16,476,391 for Phoenix, Las Vegas, Sacramento, Mesa, and Riverside. I will put all this in the not the description, in the comments. So okay, so guys, I am back now. Let's check out windy.com, and we are going to do it till 12 a.m. on Tuesday due to it is the day. So it's looking like the highest major, the highest major is actually in Wyoming and Idaho, some spots in Oregon and in Nevada. Most of them are moving like in this general region with a lot of wind over here in near Omaha, Oklahoma City, Lubbock, Ness City. So let's now see it ticking. So we definitely see the major wind in Wyoming. And then we still see major wind in Wyoming. Excuse me. I just want to see what that wind speed is. 57 knots. 57 knots is around hurricane force wind gusts. So in Portland, we're seeing someone's going out to sea. Not really that strong near the elevated areas. Oh wow! Look down here near Las Vegas. Those are some strong storms, and not strong storms. Excuse me, I said that totally wrong. But look at this: 41 knots, 40 knots, 38 knots. This general region has the highest wind speed and the highest possible for any fires. And then up here is the elevated risk. I actually so here for 24 hours we have most of the precipitation on this side, excluding snowfall. I believe excluding snowfall. No, including snowfall. So in this general area, we have the highest amount right there. And, sorry, but the West Coast, you can physically draw a straight line, even though my drawings are not that good. And then this region would get like no rain to maybe the smallest peak of a shower. Now let's actually see the drought monitor now. So let's bring back the pen marker. So I bet you all from Montana down to Arizona. With that line, let me make it a different color because everything's like red. So let me make it blue. So this region that I drew, that blue line, should be downgraded to none, to abnormally dry, or barely even a moderate risk. Over here from the western side of this half, will still be peaking in getting to exceptional droughts and extreme droughts. So Colorado is extremely bad, which should be wiped out due to all the snow. Same for New Mexico. Like this half of the eastern half of Arizona, Wyoming, Montana, and from Salt Lake City and east of Utah should also be dying on down. Let's just see. And then Texas, you see some extreme drought in Texas. I suppose those extreme droughts would go maybe to orange, so a moderate drought. But guys, think I have to not end it here. I will come back a while for my time, not yours, but a while for my time. So it'll just be a second, and the next thing we are going to be talking about is the tropics. So yeah, see you then. Okay guys, so part 2 of this very long video. So now we are talking about the tropics. So let's go on over to the Central Pacific. Nothing occurring. Eastern Pacific, we have a 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. An elongated area of low pressure located about 450 miles southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Sur Peninsula is producing disorganized showers and a few thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are marginally conducive for some development of the system during the next several days while it moves slowly westward. Okay, now let's head on over to the Atlantic. So let's talk about this disturbance closer to home as in the U.S. An area of low pressure is located about 300 miles of Bermuda, west-southwest of Bermuda. Showers and thunderstorm activity associated with the low has increased since last night but remains somewhat disorganized. Gradual additional development of this system is possible during the next 2 to 3 days. It could become a tropical depression and or tropical storm. Sally. After Sally would be Teddy, then Vicky, then Wilfred. And then Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Epsilon, Delta, Zeta, Eta. Interests along the southeast coast, mainly the Carolinas. Of the interests along both of the Carolinas, should monitor the progress of this disturbance. Formation through next 5 days is 40%, and formation through 48 hours is low at 30%. Let's talk about disturbance. Well, actually, I have a few things about this storm. For 94L. Yes, it is now 94L. So 29.9 north, 69.3 west, 25 knots for winds, 25 kt to mph. That is 28 miles per hour, so a 30 mile per hour storm. 1011 millibars, and radius of maximum winds is around 90 nautical miles. Pretty big. So most of the tracks show landfall in, if it does form, landfall in South Carolina. This one says landfall in North Carolina. Most of the main models don't know, so they just have landfall like right there on the middle. And then intensity guidance, out of all models, 3 models say tropical storm strength. And 9 models say no tropical storm strength. Possibly a depression, though. So this is the enhanced satellite imagery. Does not look the best. This is the natural day imagery. So we do see that blow up and convection. Don't really see a good spin, though. But the coast from Georgia up into like both Fort or Ocean Isle are getting impacted by storms. But so now let's head on over and talk about let's talk about this disturbance number 2 for a 70% chance of cyclone formation in 5 days. A tropical wave is forecast to emerge off of the west coast of Africa by Tuesday. Gradual development is expected once the system moves over water, and a tropical depression is likely to form late this week or over the weekend. 48 hours at 0% and 5 days at around 70%. Can we just please have a storm? Like, when it says like 70%, it just forms within 48 hours with a 0% chance. Can we please have that happen? So 1 second. So now let's talk about Tropical Storm Paulette. Here, 50 miles per hour, 1,000 millibars, 18.1 north, 42.8 west, moving at a whopping 6 miles per hour. Yeah, that is the quickest storm that I've ever seen a storm go. Wow. It's a whopping 6 miles per hour. No. So for tropical storm force winds for the northwest quadrant, 30 nautical miles. For the northeast quadrant, around 40 nautical miles. This is the track still supposed to stay as a tropical storm. Bermuda should monitor this system. It is at 50 miles per hour, moving northwest at 6 miles per hour, 18.1 north, 42.8 west as of the advisory number 6. Hey! Why'd you do that to me, mate? Okay, well, just don't really care about that. Okay, guys, I am so sorry. So don't worry about this white dot right here. That's the general region where you need to worry about. So Bermuda, you are looking like you could be in the cone, 50 knot winds. Still about 40 to 50% chance, and actually we have a 5% hurricane, 5 to 10% hurricane possibility. So I don't know what is occurring right here, huh? So most of these models are showing it's supposed to strengthen while it goes closer to Bermuda, and Bermuda could get landfall, could have a landfall in it or near a landfall, and that's kind of what most of these models say, except the main model. So they say this one could be a hurricane. Only 3 models do say, and then the rest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 12 models out of the 15 models say no tropical, and it'll reach its peak at around 12 to 36. But the COTI model and the HMNI says about 120, but most of the models say around 48 to around now. It's supposed to reach. Okay, guys, so I am now back, and as we see, this storm is rotating very well. Rotation on the storm and banding of convection is extremely well. Let me just do something. So let this thing just load. I'm very sorry about this. So banding is extremely good. Let's stop it at the last frame, please. So the banding of this storm is really good around this general region. And then convection is really well with some good inflow. no dry air, it's looking like, and we do have some waves of Saharan air layer down here and over there, pushing the storm with a little cold front, pushing the storm on over. So now let's talk about Tropical Storm Rene. 40 miles per hour, 1001 millibars, 16.5 north, 26.5 west at 16 miles per hour. And we actually do have some, and 40 nautical miles for the northeastern quadrant. So, Tropical Storm Rene, the key messages. Rene is expected to produce tropical storm conditions across portions of the Cabo Verde Islands today. A tropical storm warning is in effect for those islands. Rene will bring locally heavy rainfall to portions of the Cabo Verde Islands today. Whew. So we now had advisory number 6 here. And then we see that it has moved one tick. It was right here with some tropical storm force winds for those islands. I suppose these should be taken off, and I suppose it is. And they just haven't updated it yet. Because, yeah. So it's supposed to be a Category 1 hurricane at around 80 miles per hour. It's now at 40 miles per hour, and it might actually cause some damage to the Azores, which is up here. So tropical storm force conditions, then around 80%. 50 knot winds is around 40 to 60%. And hurricane force winds is around 10 to 20%. So as we see here, landfall in Azores is probably going to occur. Here they don't really say landfall in Azores. Most of the GEFS and all those models say landfall in Azores, and they say Category 1 to tropical storm status. And then here is the intensity guidance. So here are the intensity guidance. Well, not intensity guidance, the enhanced satellite imagery. As we see here, there are some thunderstorms, very unorganized, but we do see that spin in Rene, and it moving pretty fast, in my opinion, quicker than the other one was moving. Do have to say that. So, yeah, and I'll come back with the Storm Prediction Center, and then at the end of the video, we are going to be talking about the blizzard conditions. See you then. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so I am almost done with this video. As we see, we have two little marginal risks. Both of these combined are 3.5 million people for St. Louis, Lubbock, St. Charles, St. Peter's, and Florissant. I believe that's how you say it. So day one excessive rainfall outlook and or flash flooding is, well, let's start on from the East Coast, is from around Kitty Hawk down to Jacksonville, Florida, just the coast. And then we have a slight risk occurring that is possible, and then a marginal risk around that, and then going up into St. Louis and all the way up into Illinois. So now let's head on over to the winter storms. So the 24-hour probability. So we have for Denver, we have around a 90% chance for snow accumulating on the ground over 1 inch At 18 UTC, we have still for Denver around an 80 to 95% chance, and then it gets slimmer and slimmer. Let's see the GFS model. So we definitely see a lot of heavy snow, but our last tick is for snow is at 90. Yes, 90 hours from now, Casper and Cheyenne will get the last piece of snow. So let's see the future riddle. Of course, it's going to be lower now than what it is due to warming. But tonight, there's just going to be more snow and snow and snow. All there's going to be. Snow, snow, snow. Snow. Cheyenne, you're definitely going to get a lot of it. GFS model says till 90. We are supposed to get snow. So snow. That's a lot of snow. Okay, now they've changed it to 78 as the last hour for snow. But let's do 24 hours.